Let's move further with the chapter, and we have sources on the Great Revolt of 1857. Many historical accounts have been written, especially after the independence, on the Great Revolt of 1857. But the first ever writing on this topic was by Sir Syed Ahmad Khan in 1859. After that, Veer Savarkar wrote Indian War of Independence. Then we have the most important book on this topic written by Surendranath Sen, which is 1857. Okay. After independence, extensive research was done, and we have many historical accounts that were generated. And the renowned historians, namely R.C. Majumdar, wrote The Sepoy Mutiny of India, 1857. Other historians that contributed to the history writing of Great Revolt of 1857 were S.B. Chaudhary, Bipin Chandra, Sumit Sarkar, while the British historians were J.W. Kay and G.B. Mellison. But the most important document have been written by the great communist thinker Karl Marx and the British Prime Minister Disraeli. And all these historical records have been collected in the Office of Archaeological Survey of India, that is ASI, and in the Library of Commonwealth Office in London. Okay. Then we have sources on the rule of the British Crown. So we know the rule of British Crown was from 1857 to 1947, and that's why we have many books that were written on the British policy in India between 1857 to 1947. And the other important books are Oxford in History of India by V.A. Smith, History of British India by P.E. Roberts, Rise and Fulfillment of British Rule in India by Thomson and Garrett. Then we have some important works on the constitutional history of India. That is how the constitution evolved and how the demand for the constitutional reforms were made are documented by A.C. Banerjee in the Indian constitutional documents and by A.B. Keith in A Constitutional History of India 1600 to 1935. Okay. Then further we have the sources on the freedom movement, which is the most important historical sources. We have plenty of sources available on Indian freedom movement and the great leaders of this movement in the form of books, volumes, documents and newspaper. So the early documents includes Dadabhai Naoroji's Poverty and Un-British Rule in India. Then we have other historian, namely Romesh Chandra Dutt, who wrote Economic History of India. Then Pattabi Sitaramayya's History of Indian National Congress, and then Dr. Tarachand's Freedom Movement of India. So we have those early documents with us regarding the freedom movement. Okay. But after 1950, many Indian historians have looked at the freedom movement from different perspectives. So we have the great amount of work regarding the freedom movement, and important among such work is the series produced by Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan. Then we have many well-known historians who have written history regarding the freedom movement, and they are Sumit Sarkar, Bipin Chandra, Rajani Pamdat, Pandit Sundarlal and Amlendu Guha, who wrote on the freedom movement. We also have books written on the Indian figures from Raja Ram Mohan Roy to Mahatma Gandhi, and such book is 7 Lines written by Nagendra Gupta, which throw light on the great Indian figures and which is considered as one of the important books on this topic. Which one is this? 7 Lines. Okay. But perhaps the largest amount of books have been written on the life and works of Mahatma Gandhi. So we get the Navjivan Prakashans volumes of the collected works of Mahatma Gandhi. Then we have the autobiography, which was equally important and which is equally important and is titled as The Story of My Experiment with the Truth. Okay. Then we have Mahadev Bhai has covered the daily routine of Gandhiji in Day to Day with Gandhi Secretary's Diary. So Mahadev Bhai was the secretary of the Gandhiji and he used to write day to day activities of the Gandhijis in his book. And other important historical books on Mahatma Gandhi have been written by Romain Rolland, Narayan Desai, Manu Gandhi, Jawaharlal Nehru, Sardar Patel, and Dr. Ambedkar. Okay, let's move on to another one, that is regional historical sources. So, there are many books written in different parts of India dealing with the struggles of freedom in those parts of the country. So, for example, if there is freedom struggle in Gujarat, then we'll be having a regional record of Gujarat regarding that freedom struggle, and likewise for any other state. Okay. So, in this light, we have BJ Vidya Bhavan's volume of series in which we find the history of Gujarat. Then we have Maganlal Vakhtchand, who has written two books, namely Gujarat Desh No Itihas and Ahmedabad No Itihas. We have Alexander Forbes, who has given the overview of history of Gujarat in Rasmala series. We have many other regional historical works, namely by Colonel Todd, who has described his travels in Rajasthan and Gujarat. Then we have James McMurdo and Colonel Walker, who have written important works on Kutch and Kathiawar. Then we have many charters related to Gaikwad rule and states of Kathiawar also that help in putting together the history of this period. Okay. Let's move on to other one, that is newspaper and periodicals. Those are the most important sources which were published during the British rule in India with the objective of spreading nationalism among the people as well as social and religious spheres of the life. So what was the main purpose of newspapers and periodicals? That is spreading nationalism and the social and religious spheres of the life. Okay. So the first newspaper that came in India was by James Hickey, who started Bengal Gazette in 1780. Okay. So first newspaper that came in India was in 1780 by James Hickey, who started Bengal Gazette. But the father of Indian Renaissance as well as Indian journalism is known as Raja Ram Mohan Roy. So the father of Renaissance and Indian journalism is Raja Ram Mohan Roy. We have many different newspaper and periodicals that were associated with freedom movements, and that are Rast Gaftar by Dadabhai Naoroji, Surti Samachar by Keshav Chandra Sen, Maratha and Kesari was started by Lokmanya Tilak, New India and Commonwealth were written by Annie Besant, Yugantar and Sandhya was started by Barendra and Arbindo Ghosh, Om Prakash was started by Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar, Motilal Ghosh started Amrit Bazar Patrika, then Mahatma Gandhi started Young India and Harijan. Independence was the product of Motilal Nehru, and Al Hilal was started by Maulana Azad. So we had many newspaper and periodicals during those times. Okay. Then we have coins as historical sources. So the British rulers established and circulated their coins in India from 1834 AD, and East India Company used gold guinea, silver as well as copper coins. So they used gold guinea, silver as well as copper coins. Okay. With the beginning of the rule of British Crown, Victoria's coin came into existence. So what was the unique feature of Victoria's coin? It had the Queen Victoria's picture on it, and it was labeled as Victoria Queen. Okay. Then we have the coin of Edward VII, which was also known as coin of the Belt King. Then we have George V coin, which had the picture of the crown and the royal dresses. Alright. But these British coins were circulated in the British controlled regions. That is, those regions that were controlled by the British would have the British circulated coins, while the native states, local rulers issued their own coins. Okay. So we get the rulers of Saurashtra, Kutch and Vadodara who issued their own coins in Devanagari script on their coins. Okay. So here we complete our chapter and we can conclude that India underwent changes continuously after the arrival of European powers. So it went into tremendous changes after the arrival of European powers. But in the end, British East India Company established their rule in 1757. And so we have many historical materials in English available on different policies of British rule, but while we have Indian freedom movement historical records in various Indian and foreign languages. Okay. Also, talking about all these materials, we conclude that modern historians have written the history of modern India, focusing especially on the freedom movement. Okay. So here we complete our chapter 1. Thank you.